Welcome everyone. Today we have a special character spotlight and also skill display and also build guide for the Electro Archon Raiden Shogun. In this video, we'll have a look at all the new information of the Electro Archon from the live stream and also all her latest information from the official information. So this video will be summarizing all the skill that was given to us on the official source. And here we can see her elemental spell, her burst spell, and which turns her into a god mode. I have summarized everything, and this allows us to understand what is happening. We'll also go through her battle passives, and also to summarize her combat and also ability style. How is she an amazing hybrid DPS and also amazing support? By giving us more energy and also more burst damage, more electric damage, and also a lot of utility. She can actually build into a lot of different stats. With attack percent, critical rate, and everything up to attack speed, she can be very good. We'll also have a look at some of her potential party combinations with different resonance, like 2 Electro characters, 2 Anemo characters for the lower cooldown, or other characters. We'll have a look at some of her potential builds and also some of the fun builds, like the 2.1 Archon build with Venti, Zonli, and also Raiden Shogun. Maybe the Inazuma build, or maybe some of the new characters, or some of the different combinations. We can also go with some of the main build with 4 of the Electro characters. So in this video, we'll go through the official source of information of her, and also different set of characters for her in the build, and also to tailor her into a number of builds. But she is very amazing. She can be a DPS, she can be a support, and she saved a spot for the team. So you can have 3 characters to do the 4 characters job, which is actually really good. We'll have a look at her with Electro Traveler and also a lot of combinations. Now as we go through this character spotlight and also guide for Raiden Shogun, the Electro Archon, keep in mind guys, all the information here are from the official source of information. And I have the timestamp ready for you guys if you want to have a look what is said in the official stream and also the official information of the Electro Archon. So very excited to share this one with everyone, and I did a really nice summary over here for us. So the first thing we want to notice is that the Electro Archon is going to be electric. We know that. She's going to be a 5-star electric polearm character. And what, by the looks of it, she does have a very high base attack, and because we know that she manipulates energy, it is likely her substats will be energy recharge. Well, that's pretty much given, right? So it's about the energy recharge with her, and as we go through the passives, when her energy is over 100%, she will gain a lot of special benefits, which makes her want to build into energy recharge, which is a quite interesting DPS stats for her, because this will increase her burst damage for the whole team, increase their damage with electric damage, and also increase her electric damage. And also her attacks are considered as the burst damage, which is actually a really special multiplier for her. Now knowing the Electro Archon is actually a polearm user, she can also use a sword, and we'll go through about this as well. So she actually has 2 different attack animations, and this is with her burst ultimate, as you can see on the live stream. So this is actually quite interesting. This is why I say her normal attack is very rapid with a polearm and also sword animation attacks. The polearm is her natural weapon, while the sword is her electric weapon when she goes into a special stance. And this allows her to have a very fast attack speed, which will be very useful as a supporting character and also as a DPS character. Now if you guys remember in the live stream, a lot of the skills were revealed, but those were given at a rapid pace and I couldn't really understand what was happening. So I took some time listening to the English and also the Chinese live stream, and I made some detailed summary notes over here for us to understand how does she work and what can she do. So her elemental spell is going to be the Transcendence spell for Omen. And for this particular spell, it will deal electric damage upon casting to nearby enemies. This spell will also grant nearby party members an eye buff. Now this special buff for the characters is very similar to Xingqiu's particular ultimate, where each time you attack, there will be a ring of sword with Xingqiu with his burst ultimate, and with Electro Archon, there will be a coordinated attack that deals electric AoE damage. And from what I hear from the live stream, it seems like the faster we attack, the more electric procs we can get. So characters that wield a polearm, a sword, are the fastest attacking characters, and this allows them to benefit the most from this special electric damage. So imagine you have Electro Archon and also Xingqiu together. They will have the Ring of Sword and also the electric eye damage. And those can be tremendously powerful because you're triggering 3 elemental reactions. So let's say if I'm using Shaolin and she's normal attacking, and she'll be dealing electric damage, she'll be doing hydro damage and also her normal attack damage. So the Electro Archon does seem to have a very long duration of her elemental E spell. I have observed both of the live stream, and by looking at those, this particular buff of the eye on top of her head is actually a very long duration, at least 10 to 20 seconds. And what that means is, this particular spell will be continuously powerful enough to provide additional damage for the whole team, even if you switch her off the party. So this is an ongoing on the field spell. And on top of that, it is also said in the live stream, this particular spell will also increase the burst spell damage of the nearby party members, and this is likely going to scale with a percentage of her energy recharge. So her elemental burst spell is going to be a long duration buff and also utility spell that can provide additional damage for herself with rapid attack speed, and also provide the whole team with bonus elemental burst spell damage, which is going to be incredibly powerful because her attacks are considered as elemental burst spells multipliers too. So coming over to her second and also the most important burst spell. This is her secret art Musoso Shitu. Oh gosh, I'm so bad with pronunciations, guys. This literally turns her into god mode. This is the moment where she pulls the sword out of her chest and then she wields a blade. As you can see in the live stream, this particular blade together with her electric damage is going to be very powerful. So very excited to see how she works, in the test rounds once we get the hands on her. But just drawing a sword from her chest looks pretty cool, right? So from the live stream and was described in the Chinese stream as well, this particular move will deal massive electric damage, AoE damage initially. And this will also deal bonus damage based on her resolve stacks. And this is likely related to be obtaining the elemental orbs. So the more elemental orbs you obtain, she gets special stacks, and this can be a special multiplier to do more damage. To give us maybe a guesswork on this one, it is likely very similar to Eula's burst spell. The more stacks Eula had, the more damage her burst spell does, and this particular stacks can stack a lot, and this can multiply on top of her existing damage with her burst spell. And after dealing the massive damage, the Electro Archon goes into her god mode. This means she goes into a sword state mode. And by looking at the live stream, it does seem to have a moderated duration, and this means that she can sword attack for a consistent amount of time. Now it is also revealed in the live stream that her normal attack, charge attack, and also plunge attack can be infused by electric, and while infused by electric, her attacks cannot be overwritten by other elements, like the pyro or the cryo, which easily overwritten other electric characters like Kachin. So this means the Electro Archon can get a full benefit from Burnett if his Constitution 6, and she can also get a full benefit from Chuyin with his attack speed increase buffs, and also to have the cryo interactions for the superconduct. So when attacking enemies, Electro Archon under this particular sword state will recharge energy for all members of the party, and the faster she attacks, the more energy recharge she can provide for the whole team. The Electro Archon will also go into her god mode. She's resistant to interruptions, immune to electric damage interactions, and also electric damage combinations. So if enemies does electric damage with superconduct or maybe with with the overload, she will be immune to those. And this also means she can fight on water and not take any damage from those interactions. Now if you guys also remember, in the live stream, it is also highlighted that the Electro Archon have a special multiplier, that her normal attack, charge attack, and also plunge attack are considered as elemental burst spell damage too. So this means she actually have a very strong multiplier. There's a lot of things that increase the elemental burst damage, the artifacts and certain characters, and her with her own abilities, with her elemental E-spell will increase the elemental burst damage. And this means that if she casts her elemental E-spell first, then casts her burst spell, this will increase the damage with all types of damage, with a normal attack, with a burst damage. And this means she have a very powerful multiplier. Now during the live stream, it is also revealed that Electro Archon with her battle passive, the Enlightened one, when her energy recharge is over 100%, her increased energy recharge will be providing her with a lot of different benefits, including the amount of energy gain from her normal attacks as she normal attack with a sword state. And this means she can recharge the whole team with the burst spells much more quicker. And it is likely this is related to the amount of energy recharge. So similar to Kazuha, by a percentage of energy recharge, he will be by percentage of his elemental mastery, he will be benefiting. And with Electro Archon, by the percentage of her energy gain, she will be benefiting with more energy for the whole team, and also with a massive increase of electric damage bonus. I do believe this is more for herself. So in this sense, the higher energy recharge we built on her, the more energy for the whole team and also more damage for herself. So this means, she has some really good stats. And this is why I said earlier, it is likely her sap stats will be energy recharge, because this works so wonderfully for her. And this allows her to be an incredibly strong support and also a DPS. Now that we went through the Electro Archon's elemental spell and also her burst spell and also her battle talent, I do think this is quite complicated, so I want to make a summary for you guys. So the Electro Archon is going to be electric 5-star polearm character. She's going to be a hybrid DPS character, which allows us to have amazing support and also a DPS in one package. She can support with both of her elemental spells, and this allows her to provide us with bonus electric damage and also with an increase of burst damage for the whole team. And this is very similar to Xingqiu's burst spell, which the faster you attack, the more triggers of damage you get. Her burst spell is actually very powerful. It turns her into God mode. So initially, she will deal massive electric damage, and also with her normal attack, she will give the whole party member more energy. This will also increase her own damage as her attacks are converted into electric attack, and also there's massive multipliers for her. So not only she gains more energy for the team and also increase her own damage, with her elemental spell, she also increases her elemental burst spell, which is considered for all of her normal attacks. She attacks very rapidly and she can scale with multiple stats with different artifacts. She can be a normal DPS character with attack percent, critical rate and also critical damage. She can also build into energy gain, normal attack damage, because those scales wonderfully for her. Finally, she can go into burst spell damage, electric damage and also attack speed. Because most of her damage will be electric and also most of her damage will be considered as burst spell, and the faster she attacks, the more triggers she gets, the more energy she gets. So notice that, with artifacts and also different builds, there's a variety of builds we can go with her. With a super fast attack speed build, we can go with the electric damage build, we can go with energy recharge build, or maybe a critical damage build, or maybe normal attack build, or maybe plunge attack. So she does have an amazing set of different spells and also different stats for building a DPS or a supporting character. Now, if you haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so. Make sure you also turn the bell on for the latest news as I find more of them for us. You can see that we're really dedicated for Genshin Impact. We'll have builds, guides, tips, news, and events updates for everything that's Genshin Impact related. Now, personally speaking, after going through her spells and also her amazing toolkit, I am planning to build her into a hybrid DPS and also a support. So I won't focus on one particular element, but I go with whatever artifacts I get and also whatever, the combination I get to have her fit in two roles. One role will be a DPS, one role will be amazing support for energy gain and also damage increase. And this also takes us to the second part of the video, which is her potential party combination. So right away I was thinking, there's a number of characters in the game as you guys can see, and what are the best combination for her? Well, she does want more energy particles, so this is one of the first time I was actually considering two electric characters, because I don't really care about the Hydra effect, but having special elemental chances of getting more electric particles will be very good, and this likely give her more stacks for more damage and also more potential to cast more spells, because she have such high energy recharge. We can of course consider having a lower cooldown. Although it's only 5% over here with the Anemo set, we can also go with Chunyang for additional cooldown reduction. So likely we can get up to about 15 to 20% cooldown reduction. And this means she can get her spells more off quicker and also more rapidly and more rotations. Finally, we can go with 2 Pile or 2 Cryo for the bonus attack damage and also the critical chance. So 25% attack bonus or the 15% critical chance with 2 Cryo will be very good. So coming back with our notes, you can see that I have listed the 2 electric characters, the 2 animal characters, or the standard 2 Pile or the 2 Cryo. Some of the animal characters will be very good for her because they will also lower the electric resistance of the enemies. Those characters can be Venti, Sakros, Kazuha, Xiaoyu, and all of those characters have different uses. You can also go with Jin over here. So if you're looking for a healer, Xiaoyu and also Jin can be very good. If you're looking for more damage and more combinations, Venti, Sakros, and Kazuha all serve the purpose. And I do think it's very nice to have at least one animal character on the team, just for the lowered electric resistance. And this will help her and also maybe other characters like Qing on the team. So coming over to some of the theory crafting with some of the great characters to go with Raiden Shogun. We know that she's going to be a hybrid DPS and also support. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to save one role, and usually we have multiple roles. So I'll come over here and show you what I mean by that. Usually we have multiple roles that goes with 1 to 2 DPS characters that deals damage, one supporting character that can heal us or protect us with a shield, and another support that gives us more damage, like Anemo characters or characters that boost elemental mastery. This is the classic combination, but with the Electro Archon, this becomes Raiden Shogun plus 1 support plus 1 DPS, because herself fits as a support and also a DPS. So we have a perfect 3-man team, and this free up 1 spot for another character, whether we need more DPS, more combinations, or more supporting potential. And maybe just a particular character you just want to try, so this allows us to have more flexibilities. Now with this in mind, the Electro Archon, the first party synergy I thought of is the triple Archon party. I know guys, of course I thought of that. So now we have 3 Archons in the game. There will be Venti who uses a bow, Zhongli that uses a lance, and also Raiden Shogun that also uses a lance. And this is actually an incredibly powerful synergy by themselves. Zhongli will provide us with a massive shield, which is actually stronger than most healers. It can also stun enemies and give us damage bonus. Venti can group enemies together, while Raiden Shogun can kill everyone with increased damage from Venti, with a lower resistance. So coming over to the party maker over here, I thought we can go with Venti, Zhongli, Electro Archon, and let's fit the lore together. We can also go with the Electric Traveler. We don't have to use the Electric Traveler, we can use any other DPS as well. And this will be a very powerful party with 3 Archons, so I'm quite excited to try this one. Now of course, we can also go with some of the fine Inazuma parties for the Electro Archon, like having Ayaka, Yumiya, and also Sharu with the Electro Archon. This is actually a pretty powerful team. So if you guys have those Inazuma characters, which I'm kind of hoping they come with the rerun, so those characters I don't have Ayaka yet, and I might wait for Yumiya as well for the rerun. So those 3 DPS characters will be very powerful, because Ayaka Yumiya can start with the Melt Synergy. They can also have Superconduct, Overload with Electro Archon. Sharu can lower the enemy's resistance with her Nemo set, and also she can heal. So this is like a whole party of perfect synergies with multiple DPS characters. So even if the enemy have resistance to one element, you can switch into a different character. And the best part is, all of those characters fits into the theme of Inazuma. Now while thinking about different builds, I thought I'd try a main build with everyone. So we know that Sarah is also an electric character, a new 4-star character that comes with Electro Archon. And this means we can go with Shara and also Electro Archon. Now I thought, why don't we go with like every electric characters in the game? We can also go with Vessel and also Electric Traveler. I mean, there isn't a massive gain to go with 4 electric characters, but why not, right? So this is maybe the first time we can go with the 4 electric characters as a main party. We could do that with Venti with 4 Nemo characters, but they don't do much, right? It all supports, except Kazuha pretty much. And we can go with Zhongli with the 4 Geo characters, Noel and also Nagon can be the DPS character. So similarly, we can consider the 4 electric characters for the main team. Let me know what you guys think about this one. I do think this is less practical, this is more for fun. But the first 2 are very good, and I do want to try those once I get my hands on her, and once I can build her to level 90. Now knowing that the Electro Archon is a very powerful DPS and also support, she can also fit in multiple teams. And here I meant by the list combinations over here, I want to show you guys a few. Because I can list like over 10 combinations. Firstly we can pick any DPS character. We can pick the Luke, we can pick any DPS character. After that, we can pick Raiden Shogun of course. Then we can just pick one of the supporting characters, an Nemo character. And finally, if we need a healer, we can just pick any of the healers that's available to us. Or what we can do is we can pick another DPS character, which allows us to have more synergies. Now similar to most of the Archon in the game, like Venti and also Zhongli, I do believe the Electro Archon is designed in such a way that she can fit in any of the 4-star or the 5-star parties. So if you guys remember with Venti and also Zhongli, they can, this can support any of the team, and so is the Electro Archon. So what that means is, let's say if we go with a 4-star team, we can go with Razor as a DPS. We can also have the Electro Archon. After that, we can use Chunyang to give us, increased attack speed and also lower cooldown reduction. And finally, we can go with a healer with Barbara. We don't need Barbara as a healer, we can use Bennett as a healer too. Or maybe we could go with Diana as a healer. Or maybe if we don't plan to use Chunyang, we can also go with Rogera for the increased critical rate, and together we have 2 cryo characters. Notice how the Electro Archon is very flexible, and this is the best part. We can go with Lisa as a DPS, we can use Nagon for the Geo DPS, and finally, if we need a healer or a shielding support, we can go with Noel too, to have 2 Geo and also 2 electric characters. And because Noel can also be a DPS, we can also consider using Electro Archon to recharge the energy recharge, so when Noel gets her energy, she can go into her Superwoman style, with her massive sword and dealing more damage based on her defense. And finally, this is my fun part, I do think the Electro Archon will be also very good with Xingqiu. She is going to be powerful with him because both of the burst spells and also elemental spells have the attack triggers. The coordinated attack, imagine you do 3 layers of coordinated attack. You can go with someone like Hu Tao with more elemental damage, or maybe someone that's also dealing elemental damage with a normal attack. And this can be in the form of Yanfei as well with her pyro damage. Finally, if you're going for a bit of the utility, you can go with Kaya for the consistent of cryo debuffs. And this can also allow us to build into multiple characters. So not only we can go with the 4 stars and also the 5 stars. And I do want to try Kachin with the Electro Archon. Then I might have Xingqiu for the faster attack speed. The Kachin and also Xingqiu will have very fast attack speed with the polearm and also the sword. And finally, I do think, character with faster attack speed, I could go with Shaolin. Shaolin does have pretty fast attack speed, and then I can fit Electro Archon. So this is what I mean by countless combinations. So almost all the characters in the game interact with very well. Even without battle, he will provide us with high element mastery, and he will also trigger with his multiple waves of the geo damage with a flower, and the Electro Archon can trigger with her eye of the electric damage. There's so many combinations, I'm so excited to try her. And let me know in the comments below, guys, what are the combinations you want to try. So I have a few of the listed ones, and I have a number of combinations. And if you guys want, I'll also have this third-party website for the construction of different characters. And this is the site I also use to plan for some of my builds and also different videos. Now, hopefully you guys found this video helpful, because I do think in the live stream, it went really fast and there wasn't any writing for the Electro Archon. So over here, what I did was, I took all the official information, but I written them down into a nice, easy, presentable form on my notepad, I know. So you can see on her elemental spells, her burst spells, and also her passives, and also a bit of my summary of her combat style and how powerful she can be with different parties, with different artifacts, and also with different characters. I'm looking forward to the triple Archon party, and this will be very cool. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm very excited to make a special build for her once we have more information of her skill stats. And then we can make artifacts, we can make specialization of the choice of pieces, and how we can run her. And I'll be making more character guides for Sarah, and also new characters are going to come. So very excited for the next patch. And as you guys know, because I moved into the new place and the internet is super unstable, because of that, I might not be able to live stream when the Electro Archon comes out. I'll still make a video, but the timing for the live stream would definitely be off. Because the internet is so unstable, guys. Oh, I'm using Wi-Fi and it goes off and back on every 5 minutes, so I definitely will have trouble streaming for now. I'm trying to work it out with the landlord to find a better stream stability so I can live stream. And once I do, I'll have live stream with everyone, maybe hopefully once a week. And also in the future, I'll get my girlfriend to join me on the stream, right? So excited for that. And also, just in the short term, I might not be able to stream live on the new patch for 2.1, but I'll still be able to make videos. It just take me like twice as long to upload them because the internet goes up and down, which is quite annoying, especially for YouTuber and also streamer. But I guess I'll do that for love. Okay, that's enough of the enough of my bragging. I'll leave this to now, and thank you so much for watching, guys. Very excited to find our new waifu with Electro Archon. I hope my girlfriend will hear this. I'm joking. Okay, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys next time onto YouTube. Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe and also turn the little bell on for the latest news. I'll be looking towards to make more builds, guides, tips, and news and event updates for us as we come further into the game. And as always, I wish you guys the best of luck with Genshin and have the most fun in exploring this wonderful world.